I mean, that's one way to do it. Because, I mean, we were talking about this on Tuesday, actually, 2 Tuesdays ago, where, like, you get only, like, I feel like for each person I know, I can give them one reference. Like, the thing, like, my recommendation to you is this one thing. Because if you dump, here's all the things I like, you should see them all, it's useless to us. No one has time. No one. Not one, certainly not in the West. Right? And so, like, the whole notion of recommendations is like, okay, distill it to one. And currently, my recommendation for everyone is to watch the first 5 minutes of Centaurworld. It's not the whole story. You could decide after the first 5 minutes whether you want to watch the whole show. The answer is probably going to be no, because that show is weird. That show is fucking weird. I did a big old rant about it on Tuesday. It's a genre chimera. It is so many things in a blender, and they hand it to you and say, here, drink this. And you're like, what? But then you drink it, and in my case, continue to drink it because you're like, well, this is good, but it's everything. It's too much. But it's good, I guess.
What actually is Centaurworld?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
It is the question.
It's a genre chimera. Kimmy asked on Tuesday, who made it and who's it for? The answer is Netflix original and no one. This was not made for anyone. It is so many things in a blender. It is okay, how did I describe it? It's okay, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender if the Fire Nation was monsters and one crossing over with the planet in Rick and Morty that is a Rick and Morty joke of My Little Pony.
Oh my god.
It is fucking bonkers. And like, if like, it's really hard to say like what kind of show it is most like, and because of that, it kind of has to go to Rick and Morty. I don't think it's like Rick and Morty, but it's got of all the things that it jumped into that blender. Rick and Morty is probably the most pronounced flavor, because that world is absolutely the Rick and Morty joke planet of My Little Pony. They are whimsical creatures that are like falling apart, and they're definitely horse related, and they definitely sing, and the songs are great. It's like Broadway musical is one of the things in that blender, but wow. Kyle, you have homework. I've been trying. I need everyone to watch the first 5 minutes of this show. 9 if you're bold. I don't ask 9. 9 is where you get to the second song, the second musical number. And so that's a really good point, but I can't ask that of anybody. I can only ask 5. Just 5 minutes of the first episode is all I want. Everyone. Everyone needs to watch the first 5 minutes of Centaurworld. Needs to.
So, Squirrel Horde was like, Jared's pitch for Centaurworld sounds an awful lot like every pitch I've heard for JoJo. And then, like, as your rant went on, said, oh, okay, it's becoming very different than pitches I've heard for JoJo now.
JoJo, of all of its weirdness, is a thing. You could say that it was created with a target audience. I don't know how to like articulate what that target audience is, but there's like a person who would buy JoJo as a product. There are people that say, "Oh man, this is a thing I have discovered and really like." Centaurworld isn't a thing. It is not one thing. It is nigh impossible. Like,
Oops. I'm wearing the wrong outfit in this panel.
oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Abner Doodle has redeemed a hydrate.
And Shiny Zubats has redeemed some leaves